Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. That $80,000 luxury sedan with massage seats, ambient lighting, and touchscreens everywhere will likely be worthless scrap in 15 years. Meanwhile, a 30-year-old sedan with 300,000 miles fires up without hesitation and keeps going. Modern luxury cars are designed to impress you for a lease cycle, then quietly self-destruct once the warranty ends. But these cars were different. These were engineered with obsessive durability before cost-cutting and planned obsolescence took over. Let's get straight into it. Number 12. Honda Legend/Acura RL, 1996 to 2004. This is one of the most criminally overlooked luxury sedans ever built. The second-generation Honda Legend, sold as the Acura RL in North America, didn't chase flash or prestige. Honda built it with one goal: make it last longer than everything else on the road. Under the hood was a naturally aspirated 3.5-liter V6 producing between 210 and 225 horsepower, depending on the market. Just smooth, under-stress power paired with transmissions that prioritized longevity over aggression. Tight panel gaps, interiors that refuse to rattle, switches that still feel solid decades later. These cars don't age, they wear in. It's common to see Legends with 250,000 miles still running on original engines and transmissions. Major failures are rare. Most owners report nothing more than routine maintenance, occasional bushings, and maybe a starter motor after 2 decades of use. Today, you can find clean examples for $4,000 to $10,000. That's economy car money for a luxury sedan that will outlive most modern vehicles. While newer Acuras are loaded with screens and subscriptions, this thing will still be driving when those systems are long obsolete. Number 11. Infiniti Q45, 1989 to 2006. When Infiniti launched to compete with Lexus, Nissan didn't try to copy the LS400. They went in a different direction: more power, more aggression, and the same Japanese obsession with reliability. The early Q45 came with a 4.5-liter V8 producing up to 278 horsepower, later bumped even higher in subsequent generations. These cars were engineered conservatively, not pushed to their limits. Inside, the materials were premium without being fragile. Leather ages gracefully. Switchgear remains solid. Nothing feels experimental or disposable. The wild part: you can still buy a clean Q45 for $3,000 to $8,000. That's compact sedan pricing for a V8 luxury car that can easily double or triple that mileage. Number 10. Jaguar XJ6/XJ8, 1994 to 2003. A Jaguar on a reliability list sounds wrong until you understand this specific era. The X300 and X308 generations were built during the period when Jaguar was under Ford ownership. That meant something critical: real quality control. These cars retained classic British design and character, the 4.0-liter V8 producing nearly 290 horsepower. Both engines, when maintained properly, are far more reliable than Jaguar's reputation suggests. Are they perfect? No. Long hoods, elegant proportions, a sense of occasion modern luxury sedans have lost entirely. Clean examples range from $5,000 to $15,000. That buys you one of the most beautiful sedans ever made, and one that won't immediately self-destruct once the warranty would have expired. Number 9. Audi A8D2, 1994 to 2002. This was Audi proving they could out-engineer everyone. The first-generation A8 introduced the aluminum space frame, a full aluminum chassis that reduced weight by hundreds of pounds while improving rigidity. This wasn't marketing fluff. It genuinely reduced stress on suspension, brakes, and drivetrains, which directly improved longevity. Quattro all-wheel drive gave the A8 year-round usability that embarrassed competitors in poor weather. Interiors were minimalist, tightly assembled, and have a Number 8. Mercedes-Benz W124 E-Class, 1984 to 1997. If there's one car that perfectly represents the phrase "they don't build them like this anymore," it's the W124 E-Class. This wasn't a luxury experiment. The W124 era happened before cost-cutting, before platform sharing, before planned obsolescence became policy. Everything about this car was designed to outlast expectations. Panel gaps were microscopic. Rust protection was exceptional. Components were engineered with redundancy instead of efficiency. Engine options ranged from diesel 4-cylinders that refused to die to inline-6 gasoline engines producing over 200 horsepower, all the way up to the legendary E500 and E60 AMG models. But regardless of engine choice, the philosophy stayed the same. Build it once, build it right. And the results speak for themselves. W124s routinely exceed 500,000 miles. Diesel variants regularly push past 700,000 miles. In parts of Africa and the Middle East, they're still used as taxis today. That's the ultimate durability test. Modern E-classes are beautiful and technologically impressive until the warranty ends. The W124, on the other hand, will likely outlive you, your children, and possibly your grandchildren. Clean examples range from $5,000 to $15,000, with AMG models commanding far more. Either way, this is engineering from an era that no longer exists. Number 7. Volvo 940/960, 1990 to 1998. While other brands chased horsepower wars and design awards, Volvo had a single mission: survive everything. The 940 and 960 represented the peak of Volvo's classic rear-wheel drive platform. These cars weren't flashy. They weren't fast. They were built like reinforced concrete. These engines were massively understressed, with thick blocks, forgiving tolerances, and simple mechanical layouts. The bodies were galvanized steel with rust protection so thorough that 30-year-old examples still have solid frames. Here's the crazy part. 500,000-mile Volvo 940 and 960s aren't rare. They're common. In fact, finding a low-mileage one is harder than finding a high-mileage survivor because nobody ever retires them. Common issues are minimal. Maybe a heater core, some bushings. Everything else just keeps going. You can buy excellent examples for $3,000 to $8,000. That's budget car pricing for something that will outlast almost everything else in the parking lot. Number 6. Toyota Crown Majesta, 1991 to 2009. This is one most people outside Japan have never heard of, and that's a shame. The Crown Majesta was Toyota's true flagship for the Japanese domestic market. It's essentially what the LS400 would have been if Toyota didn't need to impress American buyers. These cars were built without compromise. Better materials than most Lexus models of the era. Engineering focused on smoothness, reliability, and longevity. Technology that actually worked and kept working. Engine options included silky inline-6s and naturally aspirated V8s closely related to the LS400's legendary power plant. These engines are known for running hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal intervention. Crown Majestas regularly exceed 400,000 kilometers in Japanese taxi service, one of the harshest operating environments imaginable. If a car survives that, it can survive anything. Issues are rare. Suspension components eventually wear. That's about it. The powertrains are nearly indestructible. Import prices range from $8,000 to $20,000 depending on condition and age. Yes, it's right-hand drive. But what you're getting is peak Toyota engineering from an era when overbuilding was standard practice. Modern luxury sedans don't come close. Number 5. Lexus GS 300/GS 400, 1997 to 2005. The second-generation Lexus GS is criminally underrated. While everyone talks about the LS400, the GS proved Lexus could build a true sport luxury sedan without sacrificing reliability. The GS 300 came with the legendary inline-6 that later became famous in tuner culture. Over-engineered, smooth, capable of absurd mileage with basic maintenance. The GS 400 stepped things up with a naturally aspirated V8 making around 300 horsepower and embarrassing European rivals of the time. But power wasn't the only story. The GS had near-perfect weight distribution, rear-wheel drive, and genuinely engaging handling, while maintaining Lexus build quality. Materials were better than contemporary German rivals. Assembly quality was tighter. And crucially, complexity was kept under control. These cars regularly hit 300,000 miles without major mechanical failures. Engines, transmissions, differentials, all built to last. Common issues are minor and inexpensive. Clean examples sell for $5,000 to $12,000 today. In 15 years, these will still be running while many modern sports sedans are waiting for discontinued electronic parts. Number 2. BMW E38 7 Series, 1994 to 2001. This is peak BMW. The E38 was the last flagship BMW before complexity took over. No iDrive, no digital dashboards, no layers of electronics designed to fail. Instead, you get classic BMW engineering. Balanced, solid, and surprisingly durable. Engine options ranged from inline 6s to V8s and the legendary V12. The V12 may sound intimidating, but even it was built with old-school mechanical reliability in mind. When maintained properly, these engines are remarkably durable. The build quality was exceptional. Thick paint, solid panels, interiors that still feel premium decades later. These cars were crafted, not assembled. Yes, E38s require attention. Cooling systems need preventative maintenance. Suspension components wear. The V12 doubles maintenance complexity. But here's what matters. The fundamentals don't fail. Engines, transmissions, chassis. These are strong, long-lasting components. It's not uncommon to see E38s with 300,000 miles still running smoothly. And compared to modern 7 Series models, where a single electronic failure can total the car, the E38 looks like a financial masterstroke. Prices range from $6,000 to $18,000 depending on configuration. For a true flagship BMW built at the brand's peak, that's remarkable value. Number 1. Honda Accord XJ6, 1998 to 2002. This might surprise you, but it shouldn't. The late 90s and early 2000s. Honda Accord 6 represents something that's almost extinct today. Mass market perfection. This wasn't marketed as a luxury car, but in terms of build quality, refinement, and longevity, it matched, and often exceeded, real luxury sedans of its time. The naturally aspirated V6 produced up to 240 horsepower, delivered smoothly, and was engineered to last. The chassis was solid. The interior aged gracefully. The car was comfortable, quiet, and shockingly durable. 400,000-mile Accords from this generation are everywhere. Engines and transmissions last with basic maintenance. Timing belts, oil changes, and routine service are all that's required. Yes, early automatic transmissions had issues, and Honda fixed them. Extended warranties, updated components, and improved reliability followed. You can buy an excellent example for $3,000 to $7,000 today. That's a few months of modern car payments for a sedan that could realistically last another decade or more. Modern Accords are good cars, but they're turbocharged, CVT-equipped, and packed with electronics that won't age gracefully. This generation was Honda at its absolute peak. There you have it. 12 sedans that prove modern doesn't always mean better.